Good evening, everyone. My name is Robin, certified nutrition specialist, and I'm happy that you all are here. We are ending the holiday season, ending 2022 and getting ready for 2023. And it is a tradition for us as a society to go into the new year thinking about our health. And the Shred 10 is a wonderful way to do that. It is a jump start to better health. So I'm going to share with you about Shred 10, how it works, why you would do it, the benefits, and how to get started. So basically how it works is you're going to do a few simple things over a 10-day period. And why 10 days? We know that a couple of things. We know that you can do anything for 10 days. We also know that those 10 days is just a good amount of time for you and your body to see how it likes the shred. And we also know that if I said, oh, do this for 6 months or do this forever, or do this for 20 days, that seems intimidating. So we want you to be able to do it and do it for 10 days. Everybody, if you all could mute just so that we don't have any background noise. Thank you so much. After the 10 days, you can decide that you felt so good that the protocol that you learned, that you want to keep going with that. You can decide that you want to keep some of the things that you discovered during the 10 days and keep some of those protocols and then ditch some of the others. Or you can say, I don't want to do any of this protocol after 10 days. I'm going to stop it all together. 9 times out of 10, after shredders shred, they feel so good that they want to continue to adopt some of the positive things that they discovered during the 10-day period. But you have the option. We shred every month. It's a healthy protocol. It's a healthy routine. There are shredders that never miss a month. There are shredders that take a month off here and there. You decide what works for you, but we run the shred every month, 10 days out of every month. So this is what happens during the shred. During the shred, we eliminate the following allergens and agitators. So we take out wheat, gluten, you'll hear it say gluten-free, and gluten is the protein found in wheat. We remove dairy from our diet, sugar, and processed foods, because as I mentioned to you, these are common allergens and agitators. And there's oftentimes where people don't realize how these items affect their body until they take it out. So for 10 days, we're asking you to take it out. Also, during the shred, you're going to drink enough water so that your urine is nearly clear. When you get up in the morning and you go have your first urine, it's going to be more yellow. But as the days go on and you're drinking the water, then it will get clearer. So it's nearly clear. It's oftentimes going to have a faint yellow, but nearly clear. We want you to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. The idea here is to take time to rest. Exercise most days. So the shred runs for 10 days. That means that you're exercising for 6 of those days. And exercise really is moving more than you do now. If it is walking, as low impact as walking or as high impact as you want to go. But the idea here is movement during the shred. And then you're going to eliminate eating 4 hours before bed. That helps tremendously with our digestive system and giving our body a break. So if you go to bed at 11, you'll stop eating by 7. We're asking you, or it is required, that you replace 1 or 2 of your meals with a complete plant-based shake. So during the shred, we are focusing on flooding our bodies with the foods that serve us and taking out what doesn't. The shred is not all plant-based, but it can be. You can decide when you see the menu, you can decide to for those 10 days to go all plant-based, but you don't have to. There are options that you can choose from, but one of the important options, critical, is that you replace 1 or 2 of your meals daily with the all plant-based shake. And then it's recommended, not required, but recommended that you add in the fruits, vegetables, and berries that we recommend in form of plant powders and omegas. And I'll talk about that a little bit more, but I wanted you to understand that part. Your menu would look similar to this. Your breakfast can be that shape, very hearty. It's full of all the good stuff you will need. Your lunch can be another shake or a whole food balanced meal. And I'll tell you what, or you'll get a menu that gives you guidelines on what that can be. And then your dinner is a whole food balanced meal. Let me give you a quick example of what that may look like. So let's say you want to have chicken, quinoa, and vegetables. That's simple. Or if you're doing a tofu scramble and brown rice, that's just a simple way. But someone asked me, could they have, shrimp and grits and greens? And like, yes, right? Because grits are gluten-free. And so there's so many options that you can choose from so that it is pleasurable for you. And we're going to give you the guidelines, recipe ideas, and more so that you are empowered. When we do the shred, it gently guides you to see how certain foods are affecting you. You will discover which foods serve you and which do not. Some people are very amazed by what their body is telling them. They never would have had a clue, right, if they didn't do the shred. It also helps you to build a healthy eating plan, as well as guide you to proper portion sizes and teaches you portion control. What can you expect from the shred? You're going to hear some shred stories. Everybody has their own unique story, but generally we do it to boost our energy, to reset our bodies, a detox, if you will, to maintain our weight, to maintain our blood sugar, improve our digestive system, and reduce inflammation. These are some of the benefits of doing the shred. In our world, we are faced with declining food quality. I want to make sure I recorded. Okay. We are faced with declining food quality and increasing environmental toxins. When you're doing the shred, you are pushing pause on a lot of what is going in our bodies that may be toxic. We shred as a community. There are hundreds of us, y'all, and we invite you to be a part of it. It's not just you doing it alone. We are a big old group, and we lock arms and we keep each other accountable during the shred. So let me tell you what the shred includes. I'm going to review that with you, and then you'll hear some stories. So when you decide to do the shred, you're going to get the complete plant-based protein shake, right? That comes with the shred. That's part of the package. You're going to get your menu and your nutrition guide, your recipe book, access to our Facebook group. And if you don't do Facebook group or Facebook, we have other options for that. Support for your shred leader. All of you will have a shred leader, the person that invited you here, and then access to our team of health and wellness experts. The complete protein that you're going to use is a balance of whole foods, and it includes two things that are very, very important. That sometimes people ask me, well, can I use another plant-based protein? And the answer is no. But specifically, when we're using the complete, and it's called the complete because it includes fiber, and fiber is very, very important for our bowels. And then it includes prebiotics. A lot of people, they hear probiotics, and prebiotics helps with gut health. It feeds the good gut bacteria. When we're doing the shred, we are giving your body, again, all these wonderful things so that you can see the power of nutrients. And this complete protein is very powerful in that way. We recommend adding in the Juice Plus plant powders, not required, but recommended. And here's why. When you're taking these plant powders in, you're taking in more than 30 raw vine ripened pieces of produce. And there is something magical that happens with the synergy of this produce. Usually we eat only what we like. If you like blackberries or you like cranberries, but maybe you don't eat beets, or maybe you don't eat bilberry, you're getting all of these vine ripened pieces of produce that go right to your bloodstream. And though it's in a capsule, I want y'all to understand this. It is not a multivitamin. It looks like it because it's in a capsule, but it's truly food. If you look at the label, it's going to say nutrition facts. just like you would see on frozen broccoli or peas or carrots in the grocery store. Because what it is a whole bunch of produce put into a grinder, the water is taken out, the powder is left, and the powder is put into capsules or chewables, and then you're getting whole food nutrients right to your body. It's backed by science. So much research goes into what happens in your body when you take all of these plant powders in. And I want to briefly tell you what we know happens. So antioxidants protect you from your cells from damage. And when you're putting these plant powders in your body, your antioxidant protection goes up. And within 80 days, your DNA is less damaged. When you hear some of these shredders share their story, and you're going to say, wow, it's because of these things. The results that they received is because their DNA was less damaged. They had less inflammation in your body. It's a direct correlation. Also, when you do ingest these plant powders, it improves your cognitive process and your memory and your processing speed, decreases the inflammatory markers throughout your body, and has a positive impact on your gut. It supports your body's ability to use insulin effectively and increase belly fat. I noticed that I have this in the slide twice because I guess I really like it. It really helps with inflammation in the body, as well as, is it all my slides? Am I done with my slides? It's your gums are healthier, your gums bleed less, and the pockets around your teeth are tighter, specifically my story. And then it increases the microcirculation of your skin by 39%. With regards to the omegas, so omegas, everybody hears about omega-3s. We recommend all plant-based omegas, and it helps with your heart, your brains, your eyes, your skin, and your joints, and you're going to hear that. With these particular omegas, there's no fish whatsoever. Fish actually, or the omegas come from algae, so the fish eat the algae. We bypass the middle fish and we go straight to the source. And you might be surprised to know that when you're taking the plant-based omegas, it raises the omega-3 index in your blood faster than if you were taking traditional fish oil pills. And I'm not just saying this because I think this is true. This is based on clinical research and taking blood from those who have been using the omegas. So back to the complete protein. This has never happened before. Normally, when you do the shred, we want you to commit to 4 months, right? But this now, you can try the shred with us for one payment of $42, and that will get you your complete protein and all of the other accompaniments as far as the menus and the guides and all of that. That way you can get on board with us and jump in and be a part of the community right now. Like, no excuses, right? You have everything that you need to start with us and get started with the shred. So I'm going to repeat this again. When you say yes, we hope you say yes, that it comes with your complete shakes, and you can get chocolate or vanilla. You'll get your menu, your nutrition guide, your recipe book, access to our community, support from your shred leader, and then access to our wellness team of experts. All of that when you do that one payment of $42. Should you decide to add on the Juice Plus, which is phenomenal, optional, not required, but you talk to the person that invited you here and they can help you decide what makes the most sense for you. And that ranges, whatever is good for your budget and your desires. You can start at as low as $27 to $118. It depends. That's in addition to or adding on to that $42 if you desire. You can talk about that with the person that invited you here. Hope that all makes sense. But to start the shred with us, you get that protein, and that's where you can start. You're going to hear from some other shredders sharing their experience. But what I want you to do, as soon as this call is over, I want you to contact the person that invited you here and say, yes, I'm ready to get started with the shred, so that they can get all your materials ordered and ready for you and at your home on time so that you can start the shred. I'm going to stop my screen and I'm going to have Tabitha Tabitha, let me ask you this question. You've been shredding for how long?
Hi, Robin. It's been about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And so what impact has the shred had on you? What have you noticed by shredding?
Well, I kind of wrote some things down because I have like a list of things and I didn't want to forget anything, because sometimes as you're going through it, you don't really realize that you're being impacted until later on when you're recognizing, oh, I don't have this anymore. I don't have that anymore. So you touched on inflammation, which was really huge for me. I used to have such bad inflammation. It felt like my veins hurted. That's how much pain I had in my body for many, many years. But I believe after the first 6 to 8 months of taking Juice Plus, that went away completely. So I don't get inflammation anymore. Now, if I have some sweets a little bit more than I should, I feel it. So I know for sure that is the sugar.
Yes.
Outside of that, I've had like improvement with my vision. I wear contact lenses, and when I read small print, I would have to use my readers in addition to my contact lenses. Now I don't need my readers. So I saw improvement with my eyes. I used to get really bad allergies. I used to have to go get like a breathing treatment because my allergies got so bad and congestion. I haven't had to do that like in 3 years.
Wow.
I have a lot of friends around my age that's like going through the change, that went through like hot flashes and things like that.
Yeah.
That never impacted me.
Wow.
I used to have a lot of dental problems and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I'm thinking maybe I had some nutritional deficiencies before Juice Plus.
Yeah.
But now when I go to the dentist, perfect. I have no more cavities. I'm like, what is going on? Because I had this weird dream one time that all my teeth were falling out, because that's how bad, how I was really being impacted in a negative way with my teeth. But nope, not anymore. I don't have that problem anymore. My hair, especially after I started the omega-3s, because I didn't start with the omegas right away, but my hair started growing like wildflower. It was thinning really bad as I got older and starting to thicken up again. So I noticed that. And digestion.
Okay.
I had a terribly slow digestive system where I wouldn't go regularly.
Okay.
And for some of you that's probably going to be starting when you first start with that complete, you're going to be shocked at the elimination of waste that comes out. And that was like a major plus. So there's so many benefits. And I'm hoping I didn't miss anything here, but yeah, there's like so much. And you just feel better altogether.
You do. And you said you've been doing it how many? 2 years?
2 years. July will be 3 years.
3 years. Thank you so much, so much, so much. Thank you for sharing. It's so inspiring. We'll come back to you. I want to get to Carrie. Thank you so much, Tabitha. Carrie.
Hi.
Hi. Now, how long have you been shredding?
I've been shredding 12 years.
12 years. Oh my gosh, you're professional. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what have you noticed by shredding?
You know, every time I shred, there's a little tweak in my health, but I think initially I had a lot of inflammation as well. And I think in the first 30 days, back then it was called Transform 30. It was the kind of the precursor before Shred 10. But I noticed that my inflammation and pain was going down. My energy was super low and it came back up, and I have more energy now. 12 years later, I'm 67. And I feel like I can keep up with my grandkids, and I play with them and roughhouse with them. So my energy came up. I think the greatest gift for me at the time I started, I was on 5 different pharmaceutical, like what I call lifestyle drugs. I was on a statin. I was on a metformin, who was pre-diabetic. I was on pain medication for that inflammation and some muscle relaxants. And within 8 months, I was able to work with my doctors, which I always recommend everyone, just don't go off, just work with your doctors. They helped me, and I've been off of my medication since 2011. I haven't been back on them. That was probably the greatest gift I ever received, because I did not want to be my family history. I
Yeah.
wanted, and part of that, the benefit of following habits that serve you is that in most cases, you are going to lose some weight or lose inches, because if you need to, that's kind of a side benefit. It's not a diet, but the side benefit is when you start to eat healthier and you're flooding your body with this functional food, your body responds to it and it knows where it's supposed to be at. So for me, that was 100 pounds lighter.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know if my background may not do it.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. So I'm like about 100 pounds lighter. And of course, with that comes this incredible, you're back to healthy, I mean, we're all going to age, I'm almost 70. I want to be 70 going on 50.
Right.
That's what I want to do. And again, like her, my dental health improved, vision improved, skin looks good. Everything really just came in alignment. And I'm just so forever grateful for the gentleman
Wow. I
that
didn't know
told me about it.
100 pounds. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Over the 12 years?
Initially the first, I'll take my background off and I'll see if I can show it to you. The first 8 months was 80 pounds. After that, it's probably been about 130. Can you see that picture?
Yeah.
That was me.
Wow.
Yeah, that was me 10 years ago. And
Wow.
I was a corporate mom, and believe it or not, this is what a lot of people do. They think if you're in the gym 6 days a week, you should be really stick thin, right?
Right.
I've been an athlete my whole life. I was in the gym like 5 days a week, and it wasn't coming off. Yeah,
Wow.
that's when I knew, like, okay, something's got to change for me
Wow.
to get healthy again. Yeah.
Okay. And it was healthy. When you weren't focusing on the weight, you were just focusing on the healthy. And it was
Healthy.
inside. That's what I
Yep.
want. It's like you said something so magical that so many people are like, wait, but no, focus on the healthy. And then
Right.
there's the side effect. Thank you so much, Carrie. We're going to
Mhm.
have one more person share, and then I'm going to open it up for any questions. I'm almost like this person that's watching the clock. So I always want to make sure that we don't run out of time, but hang on, because maybe there are people that are going to have some questions. Thank you so much. I almost fell out of my chair when you told me that. That's very inspiring. Debbie.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey, how are
How
you?
long have you been shredding, and what benefits have you discovered?
Okay, so I've been shredding for almost 5 years, and like everybody else, I was in like this pain that I didn't know what was happening. When I discovered, after a year of saying no to Juice Plus, I finally said yes. And I regret that I waited that year, because I lost on a year of getting healthier. And once I started shredding, it was probably my first shred. I thought, there's no way I can do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. I mean, those 10 guidelines, But then I like when you do it, it's just like, wait a minute, this is so much easier than I thought it was going to be. And the food is amazing. You get to eat real food, and you get to snack, and you get to have all those things that you really like while you're doing good for your body. And what I found is I didn't know it was inflammation, but people call about inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of every illness and pain that we have. So we need to get rid of it. And once you get rid of it, and once I learned that that's what it was, I had osteoarthritis, and I was looking for hip replacement doctors at the time when I started Juice Plus and shredding. And within a couple months, it was like I had no pain. And it's been 5 years. I haven't used any medication. I exercise more, I do more. And it's amazing what the shred can do for you if you allow it to do for you. And I'm not perfect at shredding. I like, a couple days, I might go out to dinner and go off the shred a little bit. But for those 10 days, I focus and I make sure that I'm doing better than I would if I wasn't on the shred. And I've learned so many recipes and so many tweaks to my diet that I don't miss anything. I mean, because I'm still eating the good stuff. So I just encourage people just to try it for $42. Why not? I mean, it is something that could change your life. So
Absolutely. You said something when the theme was inflammation. And so chronic inflammation in the body is responsible or in conjunction with strokes, respiratory diseases, heart disease, cancer, obesity, diabetes. Folks don't realize what inflammation can do in the background of our lives. So what I want to remind everybody to do is to contact the person that invited you here right now. Don't overthink it. You have nothing to lose, right? You've heard these phenomenal stories. 12 years shredding, 6 years, 5 year, long time. So it must be something good, right? They jumped on skeptical at first, but I want to encourage you all. When I shut off the recording, if you all have some questions, we'll definitely answer those. But contact the person that invited you here right now and get on board with the shred. So I want to thank you again. I'm going to turn off the recording and then and answer any questions.